So when we hear about these natural disasters or the economic debacles that are going on, they are asking that we work with our elementals, with our angels, and with Mother Earth, because we do have the ability to lift what is going on with this world right now. The world is very, very strong. Mother Earth has a lot of power, and in fact, she will not let us destroy her. And the elementals and the angels have made that very clear to me. What she is doing is trying to express herself in a way for people to understand. But for example, that big oil spill, that's like somebody taking a knife to a jugular vein, and it's spurting out. But she has the ability to cauterize that vein, and she will do that. And she is doing that right now. So where we have all of our fears placed on our wildlife, all of the fears for our oceans, they have asked us to please turn those fears into positivity, into an understanding as to what is going on and what we can do to change. And through prayer and positive thinking and intention, we can change anything. And that's what Mother Earth is really, really trying to bring to us right now for our understanding. And the elementals will keep poking at us mercilessly until we understand. So, do we all know what elementals are? No? Okay. Elementals are what we call fairies, pixies, brownies, leprechauns, elves. They are a group of beings that vibrate on a different dimension or a different level than we do. And what is different between them and the angels is that elves have ego. Angels do not possess ego. But elves possess ego. But their ego is silly ego. Their ego is not mean ego. They don't, they won't do something horrible to somebody else to hurt them. But for an example, what an elf will do, an elemental will do, elves will do this as well. If you are walking down the street and you drop your gum that you're chewing in your mouth on the ground and walk away from it, it'll be there and it'll be sticky. But you'll notice that day later on in the day or the following day, you're going to be the one stepping in somebody else's gum, getting it on the bottom of your shoe. And the elementals are going to be all around you laughing, going, ha, 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 ha. See? That's what happens. They don't want you to hurt yourself. They don't want to inflict any pain. They are just sarcastic in essence. But they're very playful and very, very fun. And they bring humor, joy, happiness, and laughter into people's lives. One of the things that I do to speak with elementals and understand elementals, and when they came to me, was be outside. Take walks, work in your garden, read about, food, read about green things, our green movement. Really understand the environment. Even understand our star system, outer space. Elementals really like working with star people. They're very interested in star people. Yep, star people and wise ones. They work they work hand in hand with wise ones. So with the elementals, go into your yard. And one day, if you have a garden and you're working in your garden, enjoy your garden, sit with your garden. After you're through, speak with your elementals. Understand them. They will speak with you. If you sit and stare long enough, you'll see movement. One of the first things that happened with me when I was a big person with elementals was I saw sparkles of dew on grasses or bushes in the evening time from the moon shining. And all of a sudden, your gaze goes a little bit blurry. You look at that and you relax into it, and all of a sudden you see different movement. And that dew starts to create, wings start to come out, they start to flutter around, they start to hop around and move. When we come back into our left brain and go, no way, then it's all still. But when we start to gaze out again and relax our mind and go more right-brained and ask for that guidance, then you'll start to see them move. They're absolutely amazing. One of the things that I help too for the elementals to come into my yard and be more comfortable with my environment is I make fairy rings or fairy circles. And what a fairy ring is, it's a circle or a ring of highly polished stones or sparkly stones. You put them in a circle, 10 inches across, 8 inches across. And then in the center of that circle or fairy ring, you put sparkly pieces of, glitter or little gemstones that you can pick up from a bead store or something, because I love sparkles, anything that sparkles. And you put those in the center. Well, when I moved into my home, I made 3 fairy rings. Or moved back to my home, I should say, and started to develop it. 3 fairy rings. My mom can contest to this. Our yard is non-stop. It grows and grows and grows. It doesn't stop growing. It continues to grow. There's more flowers. All of a sudden we'll plant something someplace else, and those Johnny jump-ups have jumped up all over the entire property. I mean, the yard is happy. They like to play. And where they feel safe, they will stay. And they will help you grow your yard. They will help that soil become very, very fertile. They love it. Yep. Use a fairy ring. They really, really do work. And so, we'll sit there. I mean, we'll buy dwarf plants, and they are as tall as I am. And they were supposed to be dwarf plants. We've had tomatoes that grow and produce in January and February, and they are not in a greenhouse. That's elemental happiness.